understand I've been backtesting this, and I'm going to go through all this. It's going to be one trade, one session, one pair. Why do I want a system? One, because it takes away emotions, meaning if I have a system that I know the probabilities of. That was a fake out initially, but I didn't enter because one, I was...
If you risk 1,000 to make 2,000 and you win just 50% of the time, after 2,000 trades, you'll be up $1 million.
I want to go over my system and my plan with this entire thing, because what I want to say is, right, what I will say is, look, the biggest issue I've personally had, right, I feel like I need to stand up, I'm jittery. The biggest issue I've had with trading these past few months and shit like that has been, one, obviously at first gambling, you take shot after shot after shot, trade after trade after trade, over trade, over leverage, over risk, blow account, blow account, blow account. But now I've gotten to a place I found in the past probably 2 months, if I'm being honest with you, 2 months, probably in the past 2 months, right, where I'm at a point where I don't do that no more. I don't overtrade, I don't over risk, I'm not taking more than fucking 3, 4, 5, 6 trades a day like I used to do, right? I've got to a point where now I feel like I'm willing and I'm able to take 1 trade, 2 trades a day max and walk away. And I've been doing that, right? You can look at my P&Ls for the past 2 months on YouTube. It's all in the description. I show everything, the screenshot of every trade, everything, right? Just before we get into this, right? Just for those that don't already know, my P&L is in here, right? I started YouTube on the 23rd of May, right? And every day, this is all using 100k demo accounts. You can see here, boom, I was trading. Started a funded account for the challenge. At first, when I first started, I was fucking flying, to be honest with you. But the bit I want you to look at, the thing that I started tracking, which was key for me, was the trades taken, the amount of trades, this column here. Because my issue was like taking too many trades once upon a time. And all of a sudden now, you can see that it's just like 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2, 15 on this day, still came out as a W, mad thing. That's probably the biggest and most trades I've done in the past 3 months. But that used to be every day. That's what I'm saying to you. 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2. Right, 52 trades in a month taken. Now, as soon as I joined Mamba's group, right, if we're going to Mamba's group, what I found with Mamba's group is straight away, for those that don't know, I was live trading with Mamba. Tracked all of his trades every single day, boom, boom, boom. He was winning every fucking day. I think he won 2 days, 3 days. I was in there for 5 weeks. And anyway, what I realised straight away is Mamba was a lot more calculative with the first trade. The first trade he was very calculative with, and there were so many times where I would have entered and he was waiting off, or he wasn't willing to enter at that point. He was a lot more calculative, and I realised comparing his trading to mine, because this was my first month without Mamba. This is the first time where I was trading without anybody. It was just me. And I realised, yeah, at first I was good because the markets were chilling, right? It was just like every day was just easy days. Like, don't even count this, don't even take this. It's like, oh, I can know how to trade. Of course, yeah. But like, yeah, anyway. I'm just going for a lot of 1-to-1s, 1-to-1.5s, which is solid, which is perfect, which is good. But when the markets got a little bit more difficult, I needed to be more calculative. And I wasn't. Hence why there's a lot of 2-2-2s, 15-4, 2-3-3-3-3, and it's just not right? So what I've had to develop, and what I've realised in the past week, is I need to develop a system, because one, I'm too emotional, there's too many emotions coming out. Don't get me wrong, when I'm on the YouTube videos and shit like that, I do exaggerate for the sense of the video, for making the shit like a little bit more entertaining than some fucking dog going, buy here, sound like some fucking boring little virgin, right? But I needed to develop a system. And so what I've designed and what I've come up with and I've back tested, which I'm going to show you boys, right? Before I even get into that as well, understand I've been back testing this, and I'm going to go through all these trades, right? And I can give you the data, and this is all trading using a single system that I've come up with, right? This is my personal trading system. This is what I'm personally going to be doing. I've back tested, and I'm going to be pushing forward in this next challenge. So I've called it the one-shot system. Why? It's going to be 1 trade, 1 session, 1 pair. And that pair is NASDAQ, just simply NASDAQ. Why do I want a system? 1, because it takes away emotions, meaning if I have a system that I know the probabilities of, and I've done enough data and gathered enough data over months of trading, I know if I can just fucking stick to the system And if it's a winning system, meaning I've backtested it and it shows, 50-60% win rate at a minimum over months on months on months, well, good, right? And here it is. So one trade only per day. This is one thing I wanted to try for a long time. So instead of doing the 2s and 3s and 4s and all that shit, I'm just sticking to one trade per day. No exceptions. Meaning if I take one trade, even if there looks to be another re-entry in a setup, I'm not taking it. Because it's fucking me in the ass every time I do it. Now, by the way, I'm going to put this Google Doc in the description. So if you want to go take a look at it, this is going to be my exact plan. The things I want to get on is more so the risk management. And risk management's key. So you can look at all this shit, right? But risk management's also key. Stop loss, it's going to be different each day. Placing it behind the previous structure or previous support or resistance. Risk per trade on my account, I'm going to be doing $350 of my 50k account. Reward, and I'm going for them 1 to 2. So every day I need to hit $700 profit around a 1 to 2. That's the plan, right? And once we hit a 1R, we're moving stops to break even. So just for example, on yesterday's trade, right? Let's say, okay, cool, we entered here, right? So let's say, for example, we entered here yesterday, right? Trade comes up, boom, 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 does all this shit, boom, 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 hits a 1R. As soon as we hit a 1R, we're moving stops to break even. So now we're in this trade risk-free, right? 1 to 1. Then what we're looking for is we're marking up reversal zones in between a 1 to 1 and a 1 to 2. Is there any? No, there was none. So we was just waiting for it simply to hit a 1 to 2R. What did it do? It hit a 1 to 2R, we're out. That's what I'm doing every day. Every single day I'm doing that shit. Now let's go to another day real quick. For example, on this day, this is just another day. On this day, we take our entry, market comes down, boom, 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 boom. 1R, stops to break even. In this day, straight to a 1 to 2. Okay, we're now at 100% win rate. We're at 4R in the week. Super simple, boys. I've backtested this shit. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty promising if you ask me. Again, another day. Boom, we take our trade. 1R, stops to break even. 2R, we're out. Fucking done. But also on this day, we had to pay attention to previous support and resistance areas. In this day, coincidentally, our 2R added up perfectly with a strong resistance. You see this? This is a strong resistance at this area. Price can't get past. So, meaning we're not trying to trail at this point, especially if this is there. We're fucking gone. And literally, boys, I've done this for so many days. Again, 1 to 2RW. This is literally in the past week and month. So this is just real data, right? Boom. 1 to 2R, 25 pip stop loss. No trade day. Yeah, you might be like, what? But the trade came later in the session, so 55. I don't take trades that late into session. I'm personally looking for the first trade in the first 15 minutes. Then another day here, 1 to 2R, boom, we're out. On this day, we had an initial wick out, so some people may have entered for a buy here, but got fucking wicked out, faked out, which I wouldn't have done. I've backtested it, right? Comes down a 1 to 1, stops to break even. Comes out at 1 to 1, stops at break even, gets to 1 to 1.5, it reversed. And yeah, we could have paid attention to these wicks here, but realistically, this was a break even day. But bro, this shit continues and continues. 1 to 2R, win, win, win. Super simple. But look, if we look closely on this trade here, it literally just hits our 1 to 2R. So we had to be out of that trade rapid. I don't know if you can see that. I just hide all this shit away. Wake up, 1 to 2, boom, out. Then it fucking goes to support and then fires up. But yeah, nevertheless, a beautiful trade. Because look, even on a day like this, right, even though it hits our 1 to 1, okay, 1 to 2, it then reverses on the second candle and then goes all the way to target 5. But I'm not looking for massive target 5s, massive moves. I'm just simply looking for the same result every single day. The same loss, the same result. And letting the winners run and cutting our losses when they need to be cut. This is the mindset shift I'm having. This day is an L day. Why? We've broke out. We've taken our entry. It's come up. It's fucking reversed. L. Does it matter? No, because, I mean, just in this past like week or two of results that I've just shown you there, break even hits a 1 to 1R and reverses. W, 1 to 2 pips. Look, bruv. 15 pip stop loss, just behind support. 1 to 2, boom, we're out. We're done. This is exactly what I'm going to do now going forward with my funded futures, which is this challenge this next month, this coming month. I'm planning to pass this in the next 30 days, and I'll give you the numbers and stats on how long it could actually take with my risk reward strategy, risking $350 a day each trade. So each day, one trade, $350 per trade. 1 hour, we're moving stops to break even, and then we're getting out around a 1 to 2. Now the math on this, so the profit target I have to reach is $3,000 with my funded futures. So if I'm risking $350 to make 700, win rate requirements. So break even. If I win 3 trades out of 10 or 1 to 2R, I'll break even, meaning I won't pass it and I won't lose it. The minimum win rate is 40%, meaning I take 25 trades out of 30, I'll pass it eventually, right? But we're going to be aiming more for around a 60-70% win rate, so it should essentially take 10 to 12 trading days. That is the plan, somewhere around here. Yeah, 4, 8, 12, so 3 to 4 weeks. That's essentially the plan. And then obviously the long-term scaling roadmap that I've come up with is pass the first account. So my plan is to pass this first account, prove discipline for the next 2-3 months, scale to 5 accounts. So taking payouts when obviously become profitable, take the payouts, invest in multiple accounts. So now I'm scaling 5 accounts at the same time, okay, which is what, 250k in capital. I then invest that money into 5 top step and then into 350k alpha capitals, copy trade them all. We're now playing with around 950k in buying power. We're then risking still $350 per day per trade. Daily risk 3.1k across all the accounts. 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. We're looking at 6.3k per day. Like, that's it. So 1 session, 1 instrument, 1 trade a day, scalable across multiple firms, all with the one-shot system. This is literally just what I plan to do. I've come up with this shit. Obviously using breakouts as a strategy, but the one-stop attached in a system to the strategy is the way I see progression going forward in trading, right? Also, this video here, I'm going to show it. I put this in my Instagram breakout room.
Give me under a minute.
I think we should all watch this. Because again, when I saw this video after I'd made the system and after I've been thinking this way. And this guy even speaks about it. So 60-second video, give me 58 seconds, I'll delete your fear of losing trades.
Minute and I'll delete your fear of losing trades forever. Thinking you know what the market will do is irrational. There are thousands of traders, trillions in capital. Any trader, any fund, anywhere can nuke your idea before it hits target. Certainty in trading is a myth. Tom Hogarth said, in trading, unlike life, it's the best loser that wins. Here's the math behind it. If you risk 1,000 to make 2,000, and you win just 50% of the time, after 2,000 trades, you'll be up $1 million. That's math, not feelings. You don't fear death, you live because it's inevitable. Treat losses the same. Build a system that expects them and let your winners breathe. Cut losers fast, let winners run. Have hope when you're green and fear when you're red. Most traders do the opposite. They hold on to the losers and they cut the winners fast. And this
Hope.
messes up.
I do that so much. It's been one of my biggest problems. Hoping it's going to come back down. Feelings. It's emotions. It's not a system. It's emotions and feeling.
The math. Share this with a trader.
Right, your market has just opened. I've already marked up my charts. And yeah, we're going to go from here, see what happens. Again, there's a lot of news. So today is very, very risky. And so if there's no trade within the first, if there's no trade coming in straight away, I'm not here for it. It's just too risky, too risky at that point. So I look, if it retraces, yeah, retrace, bring this down. Yeah, boom, to the upside there. See that right there? That for me is literally what I was speaking about yesterday. Personally, how I would prevent fake outs. You can't avoid them, simply can't avoid them. But that was a fake out initially because it broke out and you could have entered, right? But I didn't enter because one, I was looking at previous liquidity just on yesterday's data, could see that it had strong support from yesterday. So pay attention to yesterday's data, right? Look for it to come down to that area if there is very strong previous data. For example, what I'm on about yesterday, pay attention to these areas. Even though the breakout line is around here, pay attention because you need to be careful. That's how I manage fake outs. Don't avoid them, but yeah, that was definitely, if you entered then, you could have definitely been faked out. Immediate reverse. I don't even know if I want to jump in this, to be honest with you. A little risky. Well, if this candle closes still within the range, I ain't taking the trade. And that's in the next minute and a half. So, I mean, look at that. What the fuck? So again, just real quick, what I'm saying there is if the candle, this was the first 5-minute candle, right? If this closes within the consolidation, within the, the breakout area, within the support and the resistance, if it's still within that area, I know because it's a news day, usually they tend to be slower or the volume becomes indecisive. So even when it pops up, it can come back down, or when it goes down, it can come back up. It doesn't make them big moves, especially when there's news 15 minutes and 30 minutes into the market. That's something I've personally seen from my experience of doing this shit, what I'm seeing. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen the same thing, but that's just based off my own analysis, essentially. The reason why I didn't get in that sell, because obviously, look, right, that sell came down a lot. But personally, the reason why I didn't get in the sell is because back here we have liquidity. And it's kind of just rejected that. Hence why I've made my entry so low. I didn't even put it lower. At this point, this is probably going to be a no trade day. US 30 could have obviously potentially been a winning trade. Well, no. Very likely so. But yo, boys, so this is my YM, bruv. Like, why is this? Like, it's meant to be US 30. It's not doing shit. If we're going for a 2-hour as well, it would be in a nice range, to be fair. I think this could just be a fake out. That's push. That's a push. And again. News in literally 6 minutes. No trade there. Yeah, I mean, it did just about come to me. This is why I don't put stop limits on or buy limits, because like it comes down to market experience, right? And understanding that if there's news, it's very, very easy for shit to fake out. There's no volume behind that no more. It's just, here's my thinking behind this right there. Yeah, I could take this trade, and yeah, I could win it. But let's understand and know that my odds right now with this trade are not in my favor. We have big ass news coming within the next 6 minutes. So yeah, we can take this trade, but then within the next 6 minutes, we're waiting for it to hit a 2-hour. Nah, I'm not here for it. Today is a day where I walk away and I leave the charts. Whether this wins or loses now, I don't care. I've decided I'm walking away, and I'm taking this plate downstairs so I don't take any stupid fucking trades.
So long, game on.
I'm in the same clothes as yesterday. Do I give a fuck? Nope. Look at that. Look at that. 41 minutes past. News is about to drop. I am not taking the trade today. I'm even going to put this inside my Instagram group and let them all know that today, everybody know in the Instagram group, just let everyone know that. Boys, if you do want to get in my group and you want to see my updates, drop me a message, follow me on Instagram, and yeah. But no trade today. I'm very glad I have actually kept discipline to doing so, because look, one, I could, I'm learning, I can tell, I can feel it, I can literally feel it. One, I mean, especially for the people that have been watching me for a while, you guys would have known I'd have entered this. I was entering so many trades off of rip. Look, when I was trading last month, I was entering so many trades off rip, LLL, right at the beginning. And I slowly realised that I was just entering and I wasn't paying enough attention to shit like this, liquidity spots, right? Where price could reject, especially near my entry. So just waiting that little bit longer is definitely worth it. Yeah, we have our initial breakout line, but we still need to be curious and pay attention to these liquidity spots, right? Same for the upside. That's why, yeah, I drew my breakout line here. I mean, if it goes above, we buy. But there was also these here, right? Equals no trade. We walk away with our capital, and we're all fucking, and we're all good. US 30 was definitely a sell today. That was definitely a winning trade off of that. Let's see, would we have got our 1 to 2? Yeah, we would have done. For me, obviously, 45 minutes, 15 minutes into session, we have flash market in PMI. But I don't have a Scooby-Doo what that shit is. I'll be honest with you. But knowing that it's got a red folder next to it means it's some serious shit. So, meaning, I ain't getting in that shit. Because meaning, what happens? This shit. See that? Massive wicks. Bro, I'm not here for it. So, pay attention to that, boys. Fucking. You know what I'm saying? This is why we don't get in news. You know what? I'm very happy that I just walked away from that session and just like actually just not traded. As much as I love trading, that to me today was a W, because you go to me a few months ago, fucking hell, bro. Pew, 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 pew.